Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. Hello everybody, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please let me know. No issues? That's great. So how are you guys? Good evening everybody. Good evening. How are you guys? How was your day? Good evening everybody. How are you guys? How was your day? Good. Everybody had a great day. Did you had a productive day? Did you studied a bit? Okay. We have started with our React. We have learned about React components as well. So did you study a bit for a little bit more from your end? Did you try to practice whatever we have learned up till now, guys? Did you try to practice what we have learned up till now? Please let me know. I'm so sorry to hear that, Prince Reality. I hope your cousin is all right now. Great, guys. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, can you guys let me know in your full stack development training, interviews will arrange from your end, or we have to search for interviews from our end? So we have our interviews from our end as well. Amesh Ansari, like I said, okay, through our partner program with 36 different companies, through the instructors themselves as well. So we have that from our end. Along with that, we have a platform where companies will be posting their internship as well as job opportunities, and you will be able to apply to these companies from right over there as well. So both of the things we cover it from our end, Amesh and Sari. But yes, we still suggest students in the meanwhile to search from their end as well, because if we are able to provide you with 15 different opportunities, searching from your end, you will be able to find 5 more, so that will be 20 opportunities. So it increases your odds of getting selected. Okay. Okay, so now that has been covered. Okay, so I'm just waiting for everyone to join. We'll be starting in exactly 2 more minutes. Up till then, if you have any questions, please do let me know, guys. So can a first year student get a job now? For a first, second and third year students that are there are two kinds of opportunities that are usually available for them. First is paid internship with MNC based companies. So even students from first year, second year and third year are able to get like internships, 2 months and 6 months internships, part-time internships with companies like Microsoft, Amazon, and other companies as well, even with startups. And the same kind of opportunities that they get is freelancing gigs. Okay, freelancing opportunities, project-based opportunities. For example, a project where they will be paid like 75,000 rupees or 30,000 rupees on the end of the project being completed. So these are the kinds of opportunities that the first, second, and third year students get. In the third and fourth year, you start getting job opportunities as well. So that is the thing, because you cannot join a job, okay, without completing your college. Okay, without completing college, you cannot join a job. Okay, because you cannot do it part time. That's the reason why these type of things are there. Okay. So if I enroll in a training program in January, how much will I have to pay? So see, Praveen, the point is, if you're booking your seat right now for the January batch, then you have to pay 7,500 rupees in its entirety. Like right now you pay 1,000 rupees to book your seat. And then whenever you want to join the batch, at that point of time, you pay the rest of the 6,500 rupees. But if you're paying at that very point of time, and we are not very sure, but we are planning to increase the prices because of the fact that we are trying to expand our technical team. So we are thinking of bringing in some software engineers to work full time for DevTown to build up some more products for you guys. So for example, one free platform that we are trying to build up for you guys is a platform for DSA. Okay, so a platform where you will be able to learn data structures and algorithms with hands-on practice. I can even show it to you guys. We have currently built up the Figma files for it. So by the mid of next year itself, I guess we will be able to complete the entire project. So we are planning to bring in some software engineers from outside full time to build this entire thing. So our costs are increasing. So we might be increasing our prices from January, but if you are pre-booking your seat right now, then you don't have to pay like any extra amount of money because you booked the seat right now itself rather than in January. Let me show it to you guys. This is the DSA platform that we are developing for you guys right now. Let it open up. I think so it is taking some time. So as you're able to see, this is the website that we are currently developing for you guys to learn data structures and algorithms in Java as well as in C++. So this will be the landing page for you guys. Okay, introduction to Java. So you will be able to learn Java as well as DSA in Java as well. Okay, upcoming events and everything, you will be able to see it from right over there. Along with that, let's see, this will be your course, how the course will look like. For example, if you are into introduction to Java, it will, where are you currently at? What are the modules that are there? So data structures in Java, algorithms and data structures in Java, algorithms and data structures in Javas, then certificates, skill batches that will be there. You will be getting certificates on the basis of how much you are able to complete the entire module. So there will be topics, there will be problems and projects that will be there along with it. So as you're able to see, each of these will look something like this. Okay, each of the topics. It will have a leaderboard where you will be able to compete with your peers from your college as well as on a national level as well. There will be doubt resolution structures that we are currently building up, bookmarks that you will be able to make on like proper questions. You'll have mock interviews, profile reviews, project guidance. So that is something that won't be free. Okay, this won't be free, but the rest of the thing will be free for you guys. The DSA would entirely be free because we want to make sure that you guys are able to enjoy, okay, the learning process. So right over here, there will be video based learning. There will be coding. So this will be like you will be having question right over here and you will be able to practice the questions right over here as well. So that will also be there. You will be having your like MCQs that we will be having, okay, to make sure that you are able to cement the concepts in your brain. So there will be questions as well as their MCQ questions as well. So all these different stuff we are currently building it. So let's see how that goes on. It will take us some time to be able to complete it, but I think so it will be a great journey ahead as well. Okay. So this we haven't made it up till now. This will be made, I think so, next year mid or end. But I think so we'll be keeping this free for you guys, so you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, let's see, because we want to make sure that you guys are able to get the best from the entire thing. Okay. So let us start with our today's class, guys. I think so most of the people who are going to join us has already joined us. Let's get started. Let me open up Code Sandbox right over here. We open up the React module. So up till now, we have learned how to create a like we have learned how to create components in React. Am I right, guys? You guys have learned how to create components in React. Please let me know. So to revise things up once again, can you guys let me know how to create a component in React? Just to revise things once again, guys, can you guys let me know how to create components in React? What is the process of creating a component in React, guys? Can you guys let me know? Can you guys let me know what is the like process of creating the components in React, guys? Creating a JSX file for a component, that's good. Then what, guys? We have created a JSX files, create functions of the same name as the component, good. Okay, so we have created a JSX file called as heading. We have created a function that has the component called as heading right over there as well, good. What is the next step, guys? Import React from React. Okay, that is also included right over there. Then we are going to export it. Okay, export default, that's great. Then we are going to import it in the main file, that's good. And then we are going to use the component name right over there. Okay, as simple as that, as simple as that. Great, guys, great. Okay, so that is something that you guys need to understand. It is very easy. There is not a lot of different things that you have to understand right over there. Okay. Okay, let me give me a second, guys. I need to get my adapter because I'm not able to like see your live chat. Give me a second, guys. I will bring my adapter right now. So today, guys, our main goal will be to learn about the import and the output, import and the export statements. Okay, that will be our main goal for today, guys. We are to be able to understand the import and the export statements. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Today, our main goal is to understand the import and the export statements. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. The import and the export statements that we had seen up till now, we need to have a greater understanding about that. Okay. Everybody who is having problems with the certificates, there's nothing that can be done from my end. Okay, if you have any questions like that, you can contact us at certificate, okay, not singular, certificate at a rate devtown.in. Okay, so that is the website that you have to, sorry, email that you have to use. Okay, I'm writing the email on my screen, guys. Certificate at a rate devtown.in. We usually take at least 5 to 6 weeks to resolve your doubt. Okay, so whatever issues that you're having, you can send it to certificates@devtown.in along with proof. You should be having proof that you have attended it for all the 7 days. You have filled the attendance on time. You have submitted the project. Where is the project submission link? Okay, right over there. Is it opening or not? Please check it. All the with all the proof. If you're sending us an email, okay, related to the certificate problems, we'll solve it within 5 to 6 weeks. Okay, because we have a team of 5 to 6 people only. We don't have that much resources. It takes up a lot of time to go through these emails and sort them out. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Great, amazing. Any other questions, guys? Okay, so let's just get started with the code itself, guys. Okay, so let us get started, guys, with the import and the export. Okay, so what we are going to do right over here is that we are going to understand a bit more about the import and the export statements that we were using previously. Okay, the import and the export statements that we were using previously to import and export these functions from different like components itself. Let us try to understand the exact same thing. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm not going to use the article anymore. I'm just going to delete article. We are not going to use that. Instead of having that, I'm going to create a list. Okay, I'm going to create a list itself, guys. So let me just create a list. So in your HTML, to create a list of items, you use the UL tag. Okay, you use the UL tag right over here. This is the opening and the closing UL tag that I've used, the unordered list, and that I'm having the li elements. Okay, now that I'm having the list item elements, guys. Okay, so let us put up one right over here. Okay, and let us save this, and let us have 1 2 3. So this will create an unordered bulleted list. Okay, this will create an unordered bulleted list for us. So if we are going back to our website, okay, if we are going back to our website right over here, let me open up the website on a new page and let me just close this up. So you will be able to see that on our website we are having 3 bullet points, 1 2 3, that have an unordered list. Okay, that have an unordered list right over here. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know, guys. Apurva Seni, you have been blocked because of the reason of you are sending messages continuously on the live chat without any reason, even after telling you the answer. Right now as well, if I'm blocking you, have no, like, you don't have to do anything. You can use some other account to access the classes. Please do not disturb the class by writing on the live chat. Okay. Right over here, you are able to get 1 2 3 on your screen. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another file. I'm going to name it as, let's say, shau.js. Okay, I'm naming this new file as shau.js right over here. Inside of this particular file, I'm creating a constant. Okay, I'm creating a constant right over here. Let us assume that the constant is pi. Okay, so const pi. Up till now we have learned about variables, guys. var. Up till now we have learned about how to create variables. var. Now variables can be changed, can be modified at any point of time, but sometimes we want values that cannot be changed and cannot be modified at all. For example, pi is a constant value. It is 3.14 something something. Okay, it is a constant value. It cannot change at any point of time. So to create values that are always constant, that you cannot change, you can only use these values, you cannot change these values, you declare it as a const. Okay, you declare it as a const. Variables can be changed. I can add 4 to a var. If I declare it as var pi, I can add 4 to it and I can change the value of pi. But can the value of pi be actually changed? Please do let me know. Can the value of pi actually change? Please do let me know, guys. Can the value of pi actually change? Please do let me know. No, it cannot change. It's a constant. So to declare it as a constant, you declare it as a const. So now it cannot change. It's a constant value itself. Now what we are going to do right over here is we are going to export it by default. Okay, from this particular package, we are going to export it by default. Okay, so export default pi. Okay, we are going to export it by default, that is pi. Now what we are going to do is we are going to import it inside of index.js. Okay, we are going to import it inside of index.js. So import pi from /shau. Okay, so as you are able to see right over here, we have imported pi from the file shau. Okay, we are importing pi from the file shau, and we can use pi right over here as well. We can use pi right over here. So if I'm saving this, going back to my website, okay, sorry. So now pi, okay, so this is your HTML. Okay, so this is your HTML right over here, guys. Okay, this is your HTML that you are mentioning right over here. So if you want to use and pi is a JavaScript term. Okay, pi, that is here, import pi from shau is a JavaScript term. Okay, as you're able to see, are you guys able to see this? Please do let me know, guys. Pi is a JavaScript term. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please do let me know. Pi is a JavaScript term. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please do let me know. Please be fast about it. You don't have to think so much. Okay, so we cannot use directly. Okay, we cannot use pi directly inside of HTML because it's a JavaScript term. We have to tell JavaScript that okay, this is JavaScript term, this is not HTML, this is not pure text, this is not HTML, this is JavaScript. To do that, we just have to put it in between a parenthesis. Okay, we just have to put pi in between a parenthesis right over here, and according to me, that should treat it as JavaScript. As you're able to see, it is providing us the value inside of it. When you are not putting it up inside of parenthesis, as you're able to see, if you're not putting it up inside of parenthesis, then if you're going and looking at it, it will just put a pi as normal text. Okay, you are just putting a pi as a normal text. But if you're putting it up inside a parenthesis, okay, if you're putting it up inside a parenthesis, then you're getting the value inside of it. It is treating pi as a constant. It is treating pi as a constant itself and giving you the value that is present inside of it. It is treating it as a JavaScript term, not as a text. Okay, so that is how you are able to use pi right over here. Now what if you want to import a lot of different things from here, not just pi, okay, as a constant, but other things as well? What if you want to import some other things from the file to this particular, you don't want to just import pi, okay, you want to import other things as well. Let us create a function. So let us create a function right over here. Function, I will call this as dpi. Okay, we will call it as dpi, and this function will return to us, let's assume 2 times pi. It will return to us 2 times pi. Similar to that, we'll create another function. I will call this function tpi, This particular function will return back to us 3 times pi, because again, like t pi the 3 pi, so there's no logic to this. I'm just doing it according to my, like, just putting up any name that I feel that I'm liking it. Okay, and now if I want, I'm exporting a pi by default. Okay, I'm exporting pi by default. Okay, right now I'm exporting pi by default. Now if I'm changing this name from pi to, let's assume, PIE, okay, I'm changing this name to PI, so many different E's. If I'm Control C and Control V, if I'm replacing this right over here, it will still work. You don't have to use the exact same name. Whatever you are exporting at default right over here, you don't have to use the exact same name. I can represent this by Shaurya. Okay, but whatever import that you are putting up right over here, that is the import that you have used. You have to use here as well. Okay, in the answer, in the list as well, you have to use whatever you have imported. Now, the Shaurya basically contains the export, that is pi. Shaurya basically contains this export, that is pi. Okay, Shaurya, import Shaurya from SHAU. So you're exporting pi by default, so that pi is getting saved inside of Shaurya. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. So you can use any name out there. It's not compulsory that you have to use pi itself. Okay. Now, what if I want to import tpi and dpi as well? Okay, if I want to import tpi and dpi as well. So for that, the export statement looks a little bit different. Okay, we will have to put another export statement, that is export export, and then space parenthesis dpi comma tpi. Okay, this is how I will be able to export my dpi and tpi as well. Okay, I have to write export dpi and tpi, that will export dpi and tpi for me. Now to import dpi and tpi, okay, to import dpi and tpi, I just have to write comma, okay, then in parenthesis dpi comma tpi. Okay, I have to save it. Now I have to use dpi and tpi. I can use it again because that is JavaScript, guys. Because that is JavaScript, so I have to put a parenthesis and then mention dpi and tpi inside. So dpi and tpi. So I have to put parenthesis because again dpi and tpi are your JavaScript, guys. dpi and tpi are your JavaScript. So I have to put it up in parenthesis. Okay, as soon as I put up in parenthesis itself, guys. Now if I'm going back to my website, you are able to see I'm not doing any. I'm not really getting anything. That means there is some mishap that has happened right over here, guys. So the mishap that comes up right over here is because these are functions. Because these are functions and these functions are not exported by default. Okay. Because these, so as you're able to see, it didn't work. Okay. I'm writing dpi and tpi just like I've written Shaurya. Okay. As you're able to see, I've written dpi and tpi just like I've written Shaurya right over there. Okay. So, but still it is not working. On my website, I'm not getting anything. The reason for that is extremely simple, because you are exporting these functions and you're not exporting it by default. Okay, by default, you can only export one thing. By default, you can only export one thing. You cannot export multiple things, guys. By default, you can only export one thing. You cannot export multiple things directly. Okay, so in this particular case, what we want to do is, instead of writing it as a normal text, okay, we have to write it as a function, okay, as a call to a function itself. So dpi and tpi will be a call to a function itself, guys. Okay, dpi and tpi will be a call to a particular function. So now if I'm saving this and going back to my website, it start working. Okay, it has started working, guys. Okay, so dpi and tpi are callbacks to functions. Okay, because you are not exporting it by default, you are not importing it by default, you are importing it normally itself. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Great. Now the next thing that you need to understand is I don't even want to write so much code. Okay, right over here, so much code is there. I don't want to do that. So another option that is available to you guys is import star as py. What I've done right over here is I want to import everything that is there. Okay, whatever can be exported from SHAU, whatever can be exported from SHAU, I want to import everything. This asterisk means that I want to import all. Asterisk means I want to import all. Okay, I want to import all from SHAU, and whatever I'm importing, I'm going to name it as py. Whatever I'm importing, I'm going to name it as py. Okay, whatever I want to import from SHAU, everything that can be exported, I'm going to tell it as py itself. Okay, so now I have to use py right over here. Okay, and py.dpy and py.tpy. That is how this will work. So your code, the amount of code that you have to write has become smaller and it is easy to use as well. Okay, the amount of code that you had to write has become smaller and easy to use as well. Am I right or wrong, guys? Please do let me know. Now, to access the default value, okay, so for to access the dpy and tpy value, I have written py.dpy and py.tpy. Okay, I've written py.dpy and py.tpy. But what about the default value? What about the default value? How to access that? For that, the code that you have to write is py.default. Okay, so py.default is how you will be able to access the default value that you were exporting. Okay, the default value that you were exporting, that you have to write it as py.default. Okay, py.default, guys. So as soon as I'm pressing save and going back to my website, everything is working the absolute same way. There's no issues whatsoever. Everything is working the absolute same way. There's no issues whatsoever. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Default is getting us the default value that we were exporting. The export default that was here, that is we are able to get it directly right over here. So this is why should we use star, because if you're not using star, then there are 50 different functions right over there. You'll have to import, you have to write 50 different functions name. Okay, you have to write so much big code. Okay, right over here I just put star as py and I can use all the functions that I want. I don't have to like write like 50-60 different functions called that right over there. Okay, if there were 50 different functions, I would have to write here 50 function names as well to import it. Okay, that's a headache. I don't want that. That is the reason why we use star as py. It is a smaller code. It is easy to use as well. Are you guys able to understand this? Please do let me know, guys. If you're importing everything, then if I want to just use py dpy, okay, py.dpy, I don't want to use py.tpy, I can even do that. Okay, I can even do a particular, like I can use only one particular stuff itself. It's not compulsory to use everything. Okay, so it is much more easier to use itself. Okay, easier to type, easier to use. And that is the import and exports that we were doing right now. Okay, whatever imports and exports we were doing for our collab itself, sorry, not collab, for our components itself, that we are able to do right over here, guys. Okay. Great. Any questions related to this? Any questions related to this, guys? Please let me know. No questions. Okay. So everything that you require to understand and do the project, okay, I've already told you guys everything and anything that you require to start with the project tomorrow. I've told you guys about it. Okay. The project is simple. The project isn't complicated. You will easily be able to do it. Okay. So tomorrow we are going to have the project where we are going to create a note taking application. Okay, where we are going to create a note taking application in React and JavaScript. Okay, it is going to be an easy project. Do not worry about it. I will be explaining the entire project. I'll be telling you guys how to submit the project and everything else as well. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, it is going to be a very easy project. Do not worry. Just focus upon the class. We'll get a lot of time to submit the project as well. Do not worry about that. Please make sure that you are focusing upon the class tomorrow, completing the project, submitting the project as well, because at the end of the day we want the certificates. Okay, we are learning as well. That's good. That's good. Okay, that's good that we are learning, but we want certificates as well. So focus upon the class. Okay, focus upon the class. It is going to be an easy project. Do not worry about the same. Okay, this is the QR code for today's attendance, guys. The attendance is open up till 8:19. Okay, exactly at 8:19 I will be closing the attendance. Set an alarm for 8:19. Exactly at 8:19. So please fill up the attendance up till then, guys. The attendance form is open. Okay, so please fill up the attendance up till then, guys. If you guys have any questions up till then, please do let me know. Explain your campus ambassador program. So we call them as citizens because the name is DevTown. So we call our campus ambassadors as citizens. Now the campus ambassador programs work in various levels. So there are three levels of a campus ambassador program. The first one is our program wherein you help us organize programs or organize events, webinars, boot camps for just your college. Okay, for just your college, collaborating with different clubs from your college for events and everything. So that is the first particular set of thing that we do in our like citizens program, that is the campus ambassador program. The next particular level of the campus ambassador program is to, if somebody else from your college is interested to join the like campus ambassador program or join the other boot camps that we are having online, that is also there. And the third particular program that we are having, that third particular level of the program is you guys can, so we have our referral program. Okay, wherein you guys, not right now but in the future we'll be having a referral program as well. And if somebody is enrolling from your end to the training program or to some other program as well, for each enrollment we give you like a commission base itself, because you are doing a lot of work behind the scenes. So so that is basically how referrals work. So that is also there. So these are the three things, and it is like a 1 month long internship, at least 1 month long internship, wherein you will be able to get the certificate of internship as well as a letter of recommendation for the same as well. So we take in students every month or so. So yeah, that is how it works. DevTown, in which year should we join the training program? Himisha, according to me, it should be as early as possible. Okay, the more early that you are able to join, the better opportunities that we are able to provide. For example, all the 7 students that got placed in Google, these were our first batch students. Okay, these had joined us in the second year itself. Okay, when the second year just started, they had joined us, and when they entered into their third year, they already had a job opportunity from Google at 60 lakhs per annum. So all the 7 students, some of them were from civil, some of them were from electrical, some of them were from IT. So the point that I'm trying to make is, the early that you are able to join, the more experience we are able to create within you, and more easily you are able to get a higher paying job. Okay, so that is how we work right over there. Okay. I might have a night shift tomorrow for my job. Is it okay if I complete recorded lecture and inform later to the DevTown team? Okay, so tomorrow, whatever the lecture is, you don't have to attend it live. Okay, tomorrow, whatever the lecture is, you don't have to attend it live because it is a project-based video. Okay, it's a project-based class. So even if you're, I'll be giving you like 4 to 5 days to complete the project, and the video will be made available to you guys for 4 to 5 days itself. So you can attend the class within those 4 to 5 days and your attendance will still be considered. So you don't have to worry about it. Okay. I'm a second year experienced person currently working in data analytics but still want to improve on my skills. Kindly suggest. Varun, I will suggest you to, if you are currently in working in data analytics, start with Kaggle competitions as soon as possible and start reading books. The book I will suggest to you guys would be hands-on scikit-learn, whatever the book I have already suggested. Okay, so this is the book that I will be suggesting to you guys, hands on machine learning. I guess that was the name of the book. Yeah. So this is the book that I will be suggesting to you guys to read. Okay, you can get the free edition from pdfdrive.com and this book as well as Kaggle competition. That is what I will be suggesting to you guys. So I'm a first year student. I don't know how to do project. Can you please explain about it in a glance? I've already explained about it in yesterday's class. What were you doing? Were you sleeping? I've already explained about this in yesterday's class. Did you not understand anything that I said? Okay, yesterday's class, if you guys think it's a promotion, it is actually not. If you remove the last 5 to 10 minutes of the class itself, whatever I've said in the class is absolutely true and you have to follow according to that itself. Okay, it was a 1 hour 20 minutes class. That is almost 80 minutes. Out of the 80 minutes, we're removing the last 15 minutes of the class. That class is like a gold mine of information for you guys. It's a mirror for you guys. Okay, so follow accordingly. Oracle or MongoDB? Of course, MongoDB. Oracle is a technology. Oracle is a particular tool, technology itself. For example, a particular company is selling you, let's assume that you are having motorbikes, okay, vehicles. So vehicles is like MongoDB. Okay, vehicles is like MongoDB. Okay, but different companies can create that vehicle. Mercedes-Benz can create that vehicle. BMW can create that vehicle. Honda can create that vehicle. So that is like Oracle. Oracle is also providing you the same thing. Just it's a technology itself. The underlying principle is of MongoDB. So NoSQL is your like main thing that you have to learn. NoSQL. In that, I will suggest personally go with MongoDB rather than Oracle. Oracle is RDBMS. These are two separate things. Oracle is RDBMS. Okay, it's not based on NoSQL technology. Okay. Where can I learn OOPS concept C++ for free and best one? Yashwant, on DevTown itself. Okay. On our YouTube channel, there is an entire playlist for C++ and Java. Okay, just go to our channel, go to playlist, scroll down below. There are two playlists that are there on C++ and Java. You want to learn C++, all the entire OOPS concept has been cleared in that video. Okay, you can watch it for free on the YouTube channel that we are having. Sir, I'm pursuing MCA. I have recently been placed in a company with a package of 7.7 lakhs. But I want to join the company with a good package. As a fresher, what should I do? What should I focus upon? Please suggest. I forgot your name itself. Akash. Akash, I will be suggesting you to focus upon lead code right now. Okay, as much as possible. Apply to different companies. Okay, connect with recruiters on LinkedIn as soon as possible. And try to apply to as many companies as possible. That is what I will be suggesting you. Focus upon your lead code. Try to crack many number of interviews as well. Where can I study MERN course? You can study it with us on our website. You can apply it from right over there. Android developer or web developer, which has more job demand? Of course, web developer, because if you're learning MERN stack, you're already becoming an Android as well as an iOS developer. If you're learning MERN stack web development, you're automatically becoming a Android as well as an iOS developer. So of course, learn MERN stack first. Okay, web development has a lot more different job demands than app development. Okay, very few companies have apps. Most of the companies have websites. Okay, always remember that. Do we need a laptop for your data scientist course? No, Durga, you don't require it. Flask or Django? Django, of course. I'm a diploma holder in Triple E, but since the last 4 months, I've started to learn web development. Now I'm good in MERN stack. What do you think, sir? How can I look for a job without degree? Muhaz Ahmed, first of all, learn cloud computing in AWS and DevOps as soon as possible. Create some projects, understand the concepts, start applying for freelancing gigs on Fiverr.com or freelancer.com. Search for freelancing websites. Start applying for gigs right over there. Get some additional points, get some experience of 1 or 2 years in freelancing. Once you've done that, start applying to different job opportunities, especially in startups during that time itself. Once you've got a freelancing gig, use that experience and start applying to startups. Once you've got into some startups itself, then start applying to big companies. After a year or two, you'll be easily able to get in one of them. Okay. So we can't become the React developer only. Gopal Gupta, you can become a React developer only, but that is a bet that you are trying to take. Okay, the number of jobs just asking for React is very less. Okay, so and you are competing with a lot many number of people, so you're just limiting your opportunities right over there. And if you're just applying as a React developer, then the amount of React knowledge that you require is going to be 1,000 folds. Okay, whatever I specified on the like syllabus, that I've done it for a full stack web developer that knows that's a jack of all trades, but a master of none. Okay, but he knows how to integrate different technologies. But if you're just focusing on one technology, then you need to know the in-depths of that technology itself. You have to be the master of that technology, and that isn't possible. That isn't possible without having proper years of experience in that technology itself. Without having proper experience in that technology, you cannot learn that technology. Okay. In full stack web development course, is it sufficient for better jobs which is provided by DevTown? Keshav Tyagi, of course. Okay. Of course, that is the reason why we have provided it. C or Java, which is better? You have to choose between C++ and Java, and my choice would always be C++. Mean on MERN, of course, MERN stack, because number of job opportunities is a lot more. Okay. And if you want to convert from React to Angular at any point of time, you can easily do that. So always learn MERN stack first. Is Python for DSA bad? Of course, it's really bad. Can you give us suggestions for a job with high package in smaller colleges? Ganesh, I gave it yesterday itself. The entire class yesterday was done just for career counseling session itself, as a career counseling session. No matter from which college, from which branch you are. You want a high paying job, just focus upon yesterday's class, whatever I have taught. That is more than sufficient for you guys. Okay. How to start with game development? Do not start with game development. There are no jobs in game development for freshies. And even if they are, it will pay you like 10,000 rupees or 15,000 rupees a month as a job. Okay. Your rent of a PG is more than that in Bangalore. Okay. So please do not choose game development as a career right now. You can choose it as a hobby. But I think so you should be focusing first on getting a job. Okay. Okay. I have to close the attendance form. PHP or Python for backend, JavaScript for backend. PHP has already died. Python is not built for like backend right now. Okay, because if you want to go into data science, then first try to learn data science. Okay, don't learn Python for web development for data science itself. That comes at a later point of time. If you want to become a full stack developer, then focus upon JavaScript. Okay. I'm confused which language to start for programming or coding. C++ or Java, choose between them. Start with data structures and algorithms and competitive programming in these languages. And in your free time, you can focus upon a language like Python or JavaScript. If you want to get into data science, focus upon Python. If you want to get into web development, focus upon JavaScript. As simple as that. How do I start my path on web development? I provided that yesterday, Nihar, in yesterday's class, everything. Okay. And should I accept contract based company as a fresher? If you don't have any option, then yes, you have to accept it. Okay. If you are worth the level, then you don't have to accept it because you will have other opportunities as well. But if you haven't reached that level, whatever is there on your plate, you have to take it. You don't have any options. Okay. Is Tory Harris a good company for freshers? Please reply. See, every company that is paying you good is a good company at the end of the day. That is what I believe. The company that I left Google for, so I used to work in Google and then I left it for Fastnell. So I had never heard about this company Fastnell, but they were paying me 1.5 times more than Google. So I just left the company and joined there. At the end of the day, it's all about money. Which is better, full stack Java, full stack Python? The best is full stack JavaScript. C++ or Java, which is better according to you? Because I used to do DSA and CP in C++, the reason for that is extremely simple. If I have to write like a code in the same code in C++ and Java, in Java it will take me 7 words to write that one line of code. In C++ it will take me 5 words to write that line of code. So the number of words is a little bit less in C++ when compared to Java. And even if I'm able to save like 5 minutes of the time in the entire 1.5 hours of my exam, that gives me 5 minutes extra time to think about questions and to write more code. That is the reason why I prefer C++ when it comes before Java. Okay. From where I can learn bug bounty? You can learn bug bounty once you have got a job. Before that, focus on getting a job itself. Okay. Interested in machine learning, but there are more web development is interested in machine learning, but there are more web development TS available. Should I go with DevTown machine learning course and then mess around a little bit with web development? Okay. See, one more thing, guys. Again and again, I'm telling you. Okay, there are 2 body parts that you are having. Okay, in your body that are very important. One is your brain and the other one is your heart. Okay, fuck the heart, listen to the brain. That is how life works. Okay, this is not, see, I'm not that kind of person who feels that I'm one in a million or something like that. We are, if I was one in a million, I would have been in Harvard, not in some shitty ass college. Okay, if I was one in a million, I wouldn't have been in Google. I would have created Google. So I am not one in a million. I am from the same crowd as everybody else. And I believe for everybody else as well. So I'm going to give you a generalized statement. Don't feel as if I'm trying to belittle you or something like that. I feel that for myself. I feel it for everybody else. I don't feel as if somebody is a one in a million itself. Okay. So think from your head. Think according to statistics itself. The statistics says that for data, deep learning, machine learning, artificial intelligence, for data science, the high paying jobs, okay, the high paying jobs are only available to students from tier 1 and tier 2 college because the number of job openings are less. Okay, shitty as the little paying like jobs that have very less amount of salary, that jobs are available for everybody in data science as well. But high paying jobs are only available for tier 1 and tier 2 students. Nobody else. Okay. So according to me, if you are not, and that too in only CS and IT. Okay. Only in CS, IT and electrical and all these branches, like circular branches only. That is the reality of data science. Okay. See, even though we have a program in data science, I never tell lies. Okay. My job is to show you a mirror. That it becomes easy for you to decide at the end of the day what you want to do. But the point with full stack web development is there is such a big shortage in the entire world. Okay, in the entire world, not just in India, there's big shortage of skill in the entire world that even high paying jobs are available to people with no degrees as well. People with from commerce, from merchant navy, high paying jobs with 24 lakhs per annum, 30 lakhs per annum, 50 lakhs per annum. are available to people from any college, from any background, from any set itself. That is the reason why I say that if you want to be safe when it comes to job, take up full stack web development. Okay. Interviewer asked me about salary expectations. What was the answer for fresher? Before going to a particular interview, if you're not researching about that company, if you're not researching about the like position that you're applying for, then you are a big idiot. Okay. First, for example, I'm applying for a position as a software engineer at, let's say, Andi Bandi Sandi company. Okay, let's assume that ABC company and Andi Bandi Sandi company that is there. Okay, ABS company. Now, if I'm applying for that, I will first research about it. What is the average pay? What is the maximum pay at this particular position? What is the average and maximum pay at that particular company itself? What is the maximum and average pay at the other companies that are just like that? And according to that, I will give them a number. According to that, I will give them a number. Never lowball them, never highball them. Always research and give them the answer. Okay. Could you please explain the languages and places that are used like backend on mobile development? Hai? Could you please explain the languages and places that are using like backend on mobile development? Backend and mobile development, JavaScript, Node.js, Express, MongoDB. See, backend remains the same whether you are using it for Android apps, for iOS apps, for web apps as well. Yeah, I've explained it yesterday as well. I don't know why this question is being asked once again. I think so most of the people didn't pay attention in the yesterday's class. It's your loss. There's nothing that I can do for it. Is there jobs for freshers in data science? Of course there are, but that is what I'm trying to say. If you're not from a tier 1 or tier 2 college, the job opportunities that are there are going to be paying you very less, between 3 lakhs to 9 lakhs. That's more than what you're going to achieve in data science. Okay. Any suggestions on MERN projects? How many and perspective? Muaz Ahmed, were you not in yesterday's class? I've told this 2 to 3 projects on your resume, but at least 5 to 6 projects you should be having. These should be big ass projects. Okay, the one of these projects should be like covering MERN stack, DevOps, and cloud computing in a single project, because you want to showcase that you are able to integrate all the like technologies together. Okay. As a fresher, will we be able to get a job in Google as well from your training if you are doing well? So every month, so last month we got 7 students placed in Google. This month our aim is to place 9 students in Google itself. So the point is how much you are willing to work for it. Okay, if you are the best, you will be easily able to get it. Well, like I said, every month we were getting 7 students placed in Google. This month our aim is to get 9. Let's see how that goes on as well. Okay. Yesterday class was full of advertisement. If you really think that, then you are really a dumb person. Okay, really a dumb person. Yesterday whatever I have said is the fact. Okay, if I wanted to advertise for it, I would have done the advertisement every single day. Why would I have been wasting time? Okay, I don't want to do advertisements. Okay, we don't earn anything from these classes. Okay, whatever I'm able to earn, I'm able to earn it from my job, not from DevTown. So I don't even care if people are enrolling into the program or not. We pay the instructors based on per student basis, and we have our collaborations with 95 different colleges right now that pay us every single month to pay the instructors. So we really don't care if you guys are joining or not. Whatever I have said yesterday, that are hard facts. That is something, and I always say this, that I have provided you guys the syllabus and everything. You have to follow it. You just have to Google stuff. You don't even have to join a program or something. You just have to Google stuff and learn. You're still not able to do that, then that's your fault. Okay, nobody else can help you guys. Nobody can hold your hand and force you to learn. It is up to you. But if you still feel it was advertisement, then you are a dumb person. There's nothing that can be done about it. So do apply. Is there job for freshers for data science? I just told right now. I quoted this. I've answered this. I will not be answering it again. Okay. What type of internship is offered after the completion of the program? Is it paid? Of course, Keshav Tyagi, after the end of the program, we give you freelancing gigs as well as internships if you are in first, second, and third year. And after that, when you come into your third and fourth year, we provide you with job opportunities as well. And of course, it will be paid. That is, the company will be paying you. Okay, so that is how it works. So not quite interested in CP, interested in development. So please suggest, Varun, take up a cap of water, place it in your nose and then breathe it. Okay, that is what I will be suggesting you. Without computer programming or data structures and algorithms, you cannot get a good job in an MNC. That is a fact. I've explained it in yesterday's class. Without that, you are never going to get into an interview itself. How I don't care how much great you are at development, but if you are aiming for a big company, without DSA CP, you're not going to get good at it. It took me almost a year. It took me 6 months to get my first question in DSA right on my own. 6 months to get my first question right. And I used to do DSA for 2 to 3 hours every single day for 6 months straight. Then I got my first question right. I was not a very bright student. I'm still not a very bright student. I'm always a hardworking person. I have my office of 8 hours. I spend 4 hours on DevTown every single day, 12 hours minimum. And except that, I have some freelancing gigs I do. So every single day, even now as well, I work for at least 14 to 18 hours every single day. So I believe that a hardworking person can do anything. We don't require brains, okay? We don't require talent in all this. The more that you are able to work hard, the more you will be able to learn. That's the basic concept of programming. So it took 6 months to get my first question right, and it took me 1 year to get average at data structures and algorithms and computer programming. Not even good, average. So the point is, anybody can do it. Okay, anybody can do it. Okay. So please suggest me. I have 9 years of experience in automotive industry. Can I join IT? Yes, you can, but it will be very difficult for you. What I would be suggesting would be, in whatever company that you're currently working at, there will be an IT department that will be closely working with you. Try to understand what they are doing and what type of technologies they are using on a daily basis. Try to learn those technologies first of all. Try to shift to that particular like branch of your company itself, and there from there start growing. That will be my suggestion. It would be very easy. There's a lot of syllabus in the course. Is it really possible to learn so much in 3 months while I'm still working? Yes, Shikhar Gupta, we have been doing it for 1.5 years. We have trained almost 6,000 students up till now, placed 5,000 students up till now. So yes, it is possible. And it's of 3.5 months, but no issues in that. Okay. Okay, so we'll end the class right over here. We'll continue tomorrow with the project itself. Okay, it's very easy to do and everything. We'll meet tomorrow and we'll continue from right over there, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.